Hey everyone, welcome back to Magician's Life, Learning Ars Magica. My name's Lynn, and what you just saw is what I have been waiting for hours and hours. And that was a meteor strike. And if we look at the book about, well, we deal first with this spider. Come on, it's not coming back. Okay. So we were looking into last time into the Ethereum system and about the different types of Ethereum. We already have the neutral Ethereum with our obelisk. We can also get a light Ethereum from a celestial prism or dark Ethereum from a black aurum. And if we look into how to obtain those, I think they are here. The black aurum is created by performing the ritual of corruption on an obelisk. The celestial prism is created by performing a ritual of purification on an obelisk. Now, unfortunately the book has not told me yet about how to do these rituals, but I have looked online and I need Moonstone and Sunstone for them. Moonstone is dropped by meteors. Now, they only drop randomly and sporadically and only on a full moon within 32 blocks of the player, as long as the player is within grass or sand or any biome natural block, so not stone or wood. And then you might get some moonstone. Now, what you saw was the seventh attempt of recording a full moon night passing by and getting a meteor. And I'm gonna have to admit, I cheated. I changed the time because there's 8 cycles, 8 steps in the moon cycle. That means you have 8 days. Every 8 days you have a full moon. And this was my 7th attempt, so basically it's about 18 hours of real life time that it would have taken otherwise. But here's a trick. You can do time add and move to another time. Now people usually set times at day or times at night, but if you do time at 24,000, that moves you 1 day ahead. Hi. What are you, That's interesting. He was not aggressive. Anyway, so I use that to basically, because you have to do a day-night cycle, otherwise it may not work at all. But I had meteors, at least. So, I had moonstone ores spawning where the meteor striked. And this was actually the 3rd meteor I saw. Actually the 2nd I saw, but I heard 2 others that I didn't record. One was actually just before I started recording this. So I have some now here. The other 2 were more near my house, but I actually only found 1 moonstone ore balancing on top of a torch. So we now have 7. Oh yes, and my witchwood have grown, and near my witchwood there's been 1 alm. So I think I might have to... oh, 2 alm. I'm not sure if more will grow if I leave the tree here, or if I have to take down a tree, and put it in this sapling, but we have some. So, off camera, I actually did quite a lot, apart from waiting for more meteors. I created 2 areas where I want to do the 2 prisms. I update this one with the bricks, so that we can increase its power. The other thing we should be doing is draw chalk marks on it. So, that's something I can do for now already. If we look at what we need to do for chalk, not too hard, some clay, some white coloring, Vintium dust, paper and a flint. And actually I have been cooking up some more Vintium dust. So that is 23. Do I still have some clay? Did I ever get clay? I don't think in this pack. I'm sorry, I got confused with the other pack that I'm playing, which is the squad pack on a server. See, and I do like this effect of the dig and dig shoot, because you don't have to get into the water or get too close. We need something white, something... I think we can use bone meal for that. I should have bone meal. I don't have bone meal. I do have a flint. Okay, then I'll get white powder and 1, 2, 3, 4, and Fintium dust. Should make us a chalk. Now, on the page of the obelisk, you can see there's a ring here of 8 symbols around the obelisk. If I'm correct, all I have to do is right click the ground to where I want the chalk mark to be, and it will draw the symbol. So now we should have the higher tier or higher capability of our obelisk. I don't know if we can see that anywhere. No, it just holds 35,000. Let's see if we can get some Ethereum. If I'm not mistaken, there is an Ethereum lake near here. And oh yes, of course I should be using my spell for that. Trying to use your spell if you can for anything that you're doing, because you want to increase in levels. Now I'm at level 16, so that also means I got some more learning skills, learning skill points that I will be looking at in a moment. So let's see. $50,000. That seems to be all it's capable of handling, just 50,000. So, well, we'll leave the bucket in there for now, and in case we use it, it should have an additional supply. And let's throw the other one in here. Now, there's some other stuff that I read in the book that might be interesting to look at doing. First of all, why is the book so dark? Okay, I don't know, something's weird in the book now. Something we haven't... So this is about summoning rituals. Rituals? Sorry. My tongue is... but this is interesting, and we may look at this later in the bosses section. But there's nothing here about the rituals to do with Ethereum. And let me see if it got opened a chapter on the Moonstone, but it hasn't. I kind of hope that getting the Moonstone would give me a new chapter. Or at least, yeah. I did get a new book here with bosses. Now, there are some bosses specific to Ars Magica that you can summon. And to be honest, they're kind of frightening. This one, the Earth Guardian, formed out of a core of stone. The Earth Guardian is a hardy opponent and withstand incredible amounts of physical attacks. While wielding attacks and strength of the Earth itself, be prepared for a fight. Recommended level 25. Well, 16, not quite there yet. The Guardian of Water is a unique being. It's always in a state of fluidity, making it able to shrug off attacks occasionally. It's a trickster as well, flowing into copies of itself and attacking from ambush if one is fooled by the decoy. Recommended level 10. So this one we could do. The Water Guardian can be summoned by creating a redstone inlay circle in any biome that is predominantly water. Then, while raining, throw a boat and a bucket of water onto the circle as homage to the circle many ships that lost at sea. Now, we might wanna go and try and fight this water boss. Oh, I'm gonna get rid of my chickens. I have almost 6 stacks of eggs. I have 57 feathers. I think we'll be good for a while. And they just keep throwing it at me. We could look into fighting a boss. Now, in that case, I want some better weapon. And I have 3 skill points, so let's have a look at the type of damage that we can do. We have magic damage, we have fire damage. Unfortunately, the book doesn't tell me which damage is best against a water boss. It tells me that the earth boss is quite capable of dealing with physical, so for that one I would go for magic damage. So I think I'm gonna learn this one. And in addition, then I can choose to either have them drown. I don't think that's gonna do much for a water boss. Or I can do frost damage. Fire would lead me to lightning. And for this one I need the green skill point, so that's not gonna work. What about my defense? I don't see the point of leap. I might want to do heal. I already have regen. Not too bothered about place, block or feather touch. I don't know about binding actually. So I've used heal a couple of times, you can see, as I was gathering stuff and fighting. So this is now my affinity is partially on that healing side. More feather, more eggs. Well, we should first look at something that is new, which is an inlay ring. Because we need an inlay ring for the Water Guardian, a redstone inlay ring. Inlay rings are created by putting inlay blocks into a 3x3 ring with an empty center block. All blocks must be in the same Y level, so you want to say inlay block. You will know it's working when the runes appeared in the block. Inlays. Redstone inlay. Redstone inlays are the most basic of inlay. They are used to summon bosses and can also be used as rails. It will speed up minecart as it passes over them. Interesting. Be wary when cornering too fast as a cart can leave the track. So I get 4, I need 8, so I need 16 redstone. So that is doable. 2 Vintium. 8 inlays. And we will need to make a boat. That's not too hard. I forgot that's not in this spec. I will need one. Okay. And have a boat. And we will need a bucket of water, that's easy. Now the question is, do I want to do this yet, or do I want to first make? I think I want to first make a new spell. So we will look at getting another book and getting another quill and make a new spell that has more magic. And this one, I want a projectile. I want force damage. And I want magic damage. Shoot, force, magic. Yeah, I'm still not very creative in my spell names, but I will know what they're for. Apart from the shoot break, which apparently didn't break, it's more of a damage one. I know what they're doing. Okay, what do we need for the force and magic damage? We need a blank rune, Vintium dust arrow, snowball, red rune, iron sword, purple rune, lapis lazuli, one book, stone sword, and one spell parchment. Not too hard. Red, purple, and a blank one. We actually still have a red one, so we need 2 more. I'll need some Vintium dust, and I'll need purple. I need to get rid of some other stuff in my inventory. I'm not really using this anymore because I can use my spells. Stone sword. We need a stick and we don't have a stick. One stone sword. Let's see, what are we missing? Arrow, snowball, iron sword. Also an iron sword. Oh, 2 swords. Okay. 2 swords, iron and a stone sword. Arrow and a snowball. Blank rune, Vintium dust arrow, snowball, red rune, iron sword, purple lapis, a book, and a spell parchment. One more book. And a spell parchment, and then we should be ready. So, let's make this new spell with a better attack. Oh, I want to get rid of this book. Thank you. No. This one. This is the right one. This is okay. Alright, start with a blank rune, as always. Vintium dust. Arrow. Snowball. Red rune. Stones. Was it first the stone or first the iron one? First the iron one. Then the purple rune. Lapis. I forgot lapis. That reminds me of something else. Lapis is with the dice. Lapis. Book. And then the stone sword. Finally a parchment. And we have a new spell. Let's take out the spell books. I don't need them. And give this one a stronger image. Ooh, that sounds really good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to use that. Alright, books go in here, and I'm gonna put this one in here to be replaced by this. To be honest, the icons are all kind of alike. So, how much time do you have left? I think we'll do the summoning. We'll try that next time. One thing I did want to show you, and we may go there. Maybe some people have already noticed that I have some blocks from somewhere else. And this is why. I made a nether portal. And I went to the nether So I explained moonstones come from meteors. Similarly, there are sunstones that can be found in pools of lava. Now, I have some pools of lava here, and I've inspected them all, and they had no sunstones. So I thought, well, in that case, let's have a look at the nether. And see, there are plenty pools of lava there. And did I make a waypoint for it? I did not make a waypoint. Oh, I can actually go back here because it was quite close to where I died. It's not too bad in the nether. The pigmen aren't aggressive. Of course, there are plenty of fire beds, and that's what killed me. And other stuff. Now, there is a sunstone embedded in the lava, and there's another one over there in the distance. And I want to try and get those as well, but it means I have to find some way to cross the lava, maybe put some blocks around it, and to make sure that I can approach it without dying, and also to make sure that it doesn't fall into lava. Now, while I'm here, I have another idea, and that is to get me some nether quartz. If you remember from the second episode when we made the altar, we went for the simple version with witch root. But we can go for a higher tier, and the highest tier of the main blocks is nether quartz. So we can get nether quartz now. We may upgrade the altar. Of course, it does take quite a lot of blocks. Let's see, there's 20 on the bottom. And then 4 pillars of 3 is 32, 34, 35. And then I need number of stairs, so I need probably about 47 blocks. And that, of course, times 4, because a block is made of 4 quartz. I need about 3 stacks, 2.5 stacks or 3 stacks of nether quartz. I believe there was some more near the portal. And again, this is why I love the projectile. I don't have to go up there. I can shoot them down from here. And trust me, with mining, this is really nice. So, yeah, I know. Not sure what that is actually. Ah, essential craft. That's not something I can be bothered with right now. I hear a ghast. I've not tried to fight the ghast yet, but I may have to. And I may not be able to with my magic. I'm gonna die. Why am I not doing any damage with my shots? At all. Come closer, come on, come. Don't fly away, scaredy cat. Stupid guests. People ask me why I hate the nether. I don't hate the nether, I hate guests. Now where did you go? Setting the whole place on fire like that. Okay, the nether's not a nice place, I agree. So, but the ghasts are the worst. Aye. Ooh. let's heal myself. At least I have that. I have regen. Now I should be able to send this back to him. Okay. Well, while I deal with that, hopefully by the next time I will have enough nether quartz to upgrade the altar. I do have enough lapis, I think, now to upgrade also the end caps. Let's see if this one works anywhere here in the nether right away. Yeah, it works. This is something that's also really nice when mining. You come across a ravine or a canyon, you light up the place from a distance. Brilliant, I like the magic. You want to get some glowstone? Well, sure, we can just go get some glowstone. Even though it's always up on the ceiling, we can get some glowstone. Just like that. Now you want to be a bit closer, but I'm getting some already. It's lovely. So I'll be doing that in between episodes. I'm doing damage on the dog, on the hellhound. For some reason it didn't work on the guest. Not sure why. Okay, that's it for now. I don't want to make this another super long episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know any comments, any concerns down in the comment section. And click a like if you enjoyed the video. And I'll promise next time maybe we're gonna try and summon the water boss and you're gonna watch me die. So look forward to that and then have a great time. Bye bye.